Hello, good evening, my friend. How are you today? I am Protulia Xeta-Llouns, and this is Mexican Allies or Aliados Mexicas on the 10th day of the Trezene rain, and today is raining a lot, and it gives you a right perspective on what rain is. It's this thing that makes us go inside, because if you're wandering in the rain, well, perhaps it's because you're really hot and you want to refresh yourself, but sometimes the weather is not so good and it's cold, so it forces you to be inside. Today is 10 Rabbit. It's Matlactli Tochtli. 10 Rabbit is the rabbit is an animal that is very fragile, and it has to be inside with his friends and family, trying to protect himself from the predators mostly, and also because sometimes the weather conditions are not so good. But what happens when you are indoors sharing with your peers? Well, it takes away this feeling of loneliness and melancholy that perhaps is more part of the deer, that we were thinking about the deer yesterday. The deer is so lonely, and of course he is made to be this way. It's meant to go alone on its own. But the rabbit is not meant to be like this, and this calendar helps us think of all the aspects of ourselves. Sometimes we're just strong and solitary, and we can deal with melancholy, but sometimes we're not. We need our peers, and we need to share with the people we love. So what happens? Life forces us to be indoors and sharing life with the people we love the most. Okay, now we're indoors for a long time now. What do? We go crazy and we get angry with the people we love because we get desperate inside, or perhaps we turn off all our devices and we share a project in common, perhaps fixing the house, or organizing, or playing games. But mostly if you work together, people working together get acquainted with each other and also respect each other, because when you work together you realize what you're good for and what you're not so good for, but always there's someone better than you to do something, and then you respect these people even if they're very different from you and you don't get along. When you see that someone does something beautiful and well done, even if it's the worst person in the world, you have to respect his ability. So rain sometimes forces us to go inside and share with others, and then all of a sudden we don't feel lonely anymore, and people somehow open their hearts and start sharing also, and start looking for each other. Rabbit has to do with family, and forgetting this awkward feeling of loneliness, that is just an illusion, and remember that we need each other. Not only need each other, but we want to be together. So just go for it and realize that you have all these other rabbits that you can rely on and share with them. And I know I say this every day, but in a day rabbit is more intense, this feeling. Tezcatlipoca is the god of the 10th day, and he forces us to see what we usually don't. It's the obscure part of the Trezene, and Tezcatlipoca always puts in front of our eyes a smoky mirror, so we get a little bit confused and have to use our other eyes, the eyes of the heart, the eyes that see in the darkness. What is the darkness? Well, it's only this part that we never see, because either because we don't want to, or because it was just forgotten. And sometimes we forget that we have family and that they love us and they want to be with us. So spend the time with your family, even if they give you a headache. It's the only family you have. And fight with them, because fights are also great. But if you don't fight and you just get along, it's even better. And even better if you're drinking something warm and you stay in a cozy place and you eat something delicious and you share the pleasure of cooking, because then if it's cold, well, everybody around the stove gets warmer, not only with the stove, but with the beating of all of their hearts beating at once at the same rhythm. Okay, so see you next time, and spend this evening with the people you love the most, and just enjoy it.